Ừ. Happy evening, everyone. I am so happy to see so many people are joining in, and welcome to this wonderful session today where we are going to take you through this unique and journey that is creating a unique system, AI-based ecosystem for the healing and coaching. I love to see you in the camera so that we can exchange our energies. Love to see you in the camera. Please join in the camera so that we can exchange our energies. Yes, great. Dr. M.K. Shivani. Yes, yes. So many people are joining the camera. Thank you. So I am going to introduce the person behind this system. He is the founder of Academy of Unlimited Mind. He is a life coach in the domain of happiness, mindfulness, and quantum consciousness. He has done his extensive studies in the domain of Science of Happiness at IIT Kharagpur, Cognitive Neuroscience, Emotional Intelligence, and Eastern Spiritual Philosophies and Practices. He is the designer of Happy Life Miracle Formula, Quantum Consciousness Formula for the accessing the unconscious, superconscious mind. He has trained more than 15,000 people across the globe to transform their lives. Prior to setting up the Academy of Unlimited Mind, he was the head of Management and Training Institute of Steel Authority of India Limited, which is the big, biggest public sector in the steel manufacturing. He is the author of best-selling book Happy Life Miracle Formula, Quantum Consciousness Manifestation Blueprint, and the East State of Devas. So please help me welcome the man behind the system, the smiling man, Mr. Sandeep Das, onto the virtual stage.
Thank you so much, Sitakanji. Thank you and welcome everyone. Wonderful to connect with all of you on this fascinating and fabulous evening. Thank you so much for the kind welcome, kind introduction, Sitakanji. And it's really been a fabulous journey through this process of consciousness, how we can heal and make the world a better place. Thank you very much. And as already we discussed, this is a very unique proposition. When we are seeing healers and coaches, they come together to build a new world where we can help people grow in their consciousness, in their space of health, mind, and also relationships, money, abundance, everything. And it's probably the right time for all of us to come together and start the journey. So thank you once again, and welcome everyone who is there with us today in this lovely evening. So I'd love to know which city you are from before we I share my screen and get on. Which city you are from and your name, that would be fabulous. And again, as Sitakanji already mentioned, if we can all come on camera with a broad beaming, energetic smile on our face, that would be fantastic. And smile is infectious. So we can all radiate our energy through our smiles. And as modern science also suggests, the mirror neuron in the brain, it actually resonates when we look at someone. And let's activate the mirror neuron systems in our brain. I have been explorer and learner in the space of both spirituality and cognitive neuroscience. And when I say spirituality, it is ancient Indian wisdom and wisdom across the globe, which have really shaped the consciousness of different lineages of people who are here. So thank you very much for coming on cam, and let me share the screen and we will straightway get on to what is this AI ecosystem. Give me a moment and we are all starting it. I can see lovely responses there. Thank you. I would love your responses. Sheena is from Delhi, Poojaji from Delhi, and Pramodji from Bangalore, Rashmi is from Bhopal, Rakiji from Crystal Healing is not mentioning which place he's from, Nagarajanji from Chennai. Lovely, great, thank you. Now let me share my screen and let's get on and get started and get going. Before we start, quick check. Hygiene check, I would say. Is my audio clear? Can you see me on your screen? And are we all good to go as the screen is also shared? If we can all mention, quick few responses would be of help. Yes, yes. Thank you, Deepti ji. Thank you so much. Roop Rekha ji is from Bhubaneswar. Welcome. Yeah, great. Thank you. I think all of us we can get the voice as well. Thank you. Now, as we see this sounds and this looks very awkward and odd when we say AI as an ecosystem for coaches and healers. Trust me, this is the future of all of us, of all the healers and coaches, and it's probably a blessed time for us when we are leveraging technology to take it to the next level, empowering people for their health, wealth, their relationships, their career, their status, their internal and outer well-being. So let's understand what exactly is this AI ecosystem. First thing that we'll understand here is why at all coaching and healing at this point in time we are talking about. This question comes to us, many of us already healers and coaches, but still there is a query question sometimes, why we need to go for this as a profession. Many of you are doing it as a hobby, and some of us, we are doing it as a full-time profession and reaching out to a large audience, large clientele, and helping them. But why is this so important? If I show some screen, you would actually say, yes, it is the most important thing at this point in time. I'm just taking one example. In India, there was a survey conducted, which is, I just took it from Indian Express site, which says 74% of Indians are suffering from stress. 88% of people are having anxiety, which is again, it's a top up on the stress. And this is definitely not a happy state to be in, where we are in a scenario, where in a world where everything is available. In today's world, we have technology, we have so much of, uh, amenities available with such ease. But still, why this is coming? What is happening? And you would be astonished to know most of the people in the survey were good to do people. They are having job, they are having family, they are having money, everything, but still this is what is happening, clearly indicating something is going wrong. And do you know what is happening next? People are having psychosomatic disorders, having some kind of health issues. They're having blood pressure, sugar issues. They're having even, we can extend it to the extreme states like cancer and other ailments. Why is this happening? Because of certain thing we are ignoring, where this community, this group of people who are here can really, really make a difference by changing that internal state of being, that frequency, that vibration, which is causing so much of chaos. Can we harmonize that through our healing modalities? So that's why this is such an important thing. And the next thing that we'll see, why it is also very rewarding profession at this moment in time. You can see here, at this time, a survey suggests that the revenue in the health and wellness industry is about 1.5 billion US dollar in India. That is the size of the market. And it's growing at a very, very huge, massive pace. It's almost like 18%, 18.68% growth every year. And the estimated size is going to be $3.6 billion by next 5 years. So certainly, if you choose this as a profession, you are on a growth path, and many of us, we are there. But still, many of us are struggling. It's important that healers and coaches, they do flourish, they do reach out to larger audience so that both people are happy, they get the requisite services, and the people who are healing also are getting their due. Maybe they can rely on that and give the best services to people and more time to help others. That's what is the idea that we are coming up with, so that we can use technology, leverage technology, and get to a larger audience with a better reward. For that, we need to understand a couple of things. And first, is it making sense? Can you all write MS? MS is make sense. So far, is it making sense? Yeah, I can see Chetna ji, Dipti ji, Sudha ji, Sai Sri ji, Pramod ji. Thank you very much, Moksha ji. Chetan ji, great, great. Thank you so much. Subhashish ji, Rashmi ji, thank you, Pooja ji, thank you so much. Pragya ji, and great, great. Thank you very much. So we are all seeing there is not just, we would not call this just an opportunistic thing. It is an opportunity, a possibility through which we can really make a difference to people's lives. That's what is the possibility with all the healers and coaches that we are here. Now moving on to the next slide. Sorry. Yeah. Looking at the coaching and healing space, for a long time, we were having physical setup. That means people would come to you, they would sit before you, maybe in a hall, maybe in a space, and we start doing it. And what we call the first generation of coaching and healing. So it's kind of a space where people would have to come physically. And we would all know the power of it, but there is a limitation. The limitation is the reach is very limited to that geographical space. And also there is another problem. The problem is the consistency of people who are coming to us. They come for a couple of sessions or 4-5 sessions, then they go back and they fall back to the same routine. We cannot just continue the journey with them for a longer period of time. So we call this the first generation of coaching. But as technology grew, as technology it enhanced its reach and capability and power and impact, we saw what happened in the last decade or so. The digital space, it flourished. Is it good or bad? It depends on how we are using this. So the digital space brought in a completely new dimension to this coaching and healing space, which we call the generation 2 of coaching and healing. Here we could, like what we are doing right now. We are all at different locations, but connecting through this media, through this Zoom meeting, and we are learning. What a fabulous privilege that we are having at this point in time. And trust me, even when I'm very much influenced by the ancient traditions, especially the Vedantic traditions. And most of my learning, apart from physical interaction with great sadhakas and gurus, I have also taken a sufficient time out to learn these things on the online mode. So this is somewhere we are really a fortunate group of people who have the access to internet, and we can help people to grow in their life, what we call the generation 2 coaching. And many of the coaches and healers, they could not catch up. I know wonderful people, very powerful. They have extremely high level of skills and capabilities, and they are amazing. But unfortunately, because they did not embrace the technology, they are not existing. They perished. They become redundant, and they are not earning. And if you are not earning, naturally you'll have to do something else, unless you are a complete full-time monk and in the forests or in some cave or in Himalayas. You have to sustain, otherwise you'll not be able to give your best services to people. So many I know personally, they could not catch up with the change that happened, and they could not compete, and they're out of the race, and they could not even continue their wonderful practices that they know. And the world also could not get their this wonderful service from these people. So people who embraced technology, they combined both physical and technology, and they moved further. But now a time has come, another disruption has come in this space. That's precisely what we're going to discuss in today's session. And this is what we term as the future of coaching and healing, the generation 3 coaching and healing. You would be amazed and astonished and flabbergasted to know that artificial intelligence has now come to the space of healing. It can go through our space of body and mind, understand what is happening inside, and heal and coach us. That's the power of technology. We'll understand that. Also, we'll understand that how AI alone can be disastrous. Every technology in healing and coaching space, If you do not have the heart connected, if you do not have emotional connection, only AI is going to be disastrous. So we term it as AI and EI. That's why we are talking about this ecosystem. It's not just the AI that you take and then apply. It can really lead to catastrophe. It needs that connect, that heart, that vibration of a human emotion to connect and heal. And that's precisely what we're going to discuss. So far, is it something that we are being excited to know about? I would just like to see some of your responses. If you just write E means excited. We are all excited, know about the possibility of this, where we can bring together AI and EI and make a difference to the world. Great, wonderful, lovely. So as we move further, here we will take a quick look at the healing process, where in this very ecosystem, there is a roadmap. The roadmap is something like this. We'll talk about the AI technology for healing and coaching. We'll talk about a community that learns and adds that EI element, that emotional element, that connect, that deeper sense of being human. That needs to be connected. And then we'll see how we can facilitate our members so that they can reach out and get a better possibility of growing in their life as a healer and coach. So these are the three aspects that we'll discuss in our short time that we have. We have another maybe hour or so to go. So please be there till the end, and because this is going to be so important and life transforming for not just us, the people who are waiting for us. So please be there. And before we get started, we have a small ritual. The ritual is we go through a quick meditation and then we start understanding the roadmap. Are we all ready for this quick, short meditation? And this meditation is based on an ancient Vedanta or Upanishad known as the Taittiriya Upanishad. A fabulous process to get to our deepest core of existence. It's very scientific. I'll just take you maybe through 3, 4, 5 minutes to get to that state of being before we learn something amazing as we proceed. Is that all? Are we all ready? Just you can write R. Yeah. Great. I can see so many R's. So when we say healing, it's beyond the physical realm. It is holistic. We can all choose to, if you have glasses, you can choose to remove for a few seconds. And let me take you through this process in a quick kind of a preliminary introduction to this. Many of you, I'm sure, would be very conversant with this term and the process. And this is from Taittiriya Upanishad, known as the Panchakosha Viveka, the 5 sheaths, how we go to the deepest level of ours. And when we see through the scientific process, it's amazing. It says that what you are seeing, observing, experiencing is an object. And you are the experiencer. So there is an object, an experience, and an experiencer. So whatever we can observe or experience is an object. For example, this microphone is an object because I can touch it, see it, I can probably smell it and test it. So this is an object. Similarly, the 5 sheath, Panchakosha, many of you I'm sure are conversant with this, is how we eliminate and get to the deepest core just by observing anything and then saying it is an object, it is not me, and I am the experiencer. Whatever I experience is an object. We start with our body. Let's all sit straight, spine straight and erect, eyes closed, palms upward on your lap. And now we bring all our attention, awareness to the body and feel absorbed in the body. Observe the body. What, in technical term in earlier days, is known as the Annamaya Kosha, the physical body. Can I observe my physical body? Yes, I can. I can feel the touch of the air on the body. I can see my body, smell my body. I can feel the entire body right now. As I feel the body, experience the body. The body is an object in my experience. I am the experiencer. So I am not the body. Body is just a kosha, a sheath. As in Taittiriya Upanishad, they would say, neti, neti, not this, not this. Who is experiencing the body? It's the physiological processes, nervous system, very many other processes happening inside, sensations, sense organs, and my breath, expansion and contraction, the pranamaya kosha is experiencing the physical body. Is that what I am? Let's observe the prana. One element of it is the breath, sensations on my body. Let's take our attention. Can I observe those physiological processes? Yes, I can. My heart beating, breath flowing. I can feel those sensations in my body because of the nervous system, because of various sensory organs that I have. Since I observe them, they become object in my experience. I am the experiencer. So the pranamaya kosha is an object now. Neti, neti, not this, not this. What is it that is experiencing my pranamaya kosha? My attention, my mind, perception, my feelings about my body, my manomaya kosha is capable of perceiving the pranamaya kosha. Is the manomaya kosha is what I am. What is there in this manomaya kosha? Thoughts, emotions, memories, intentions, attention. Is that what I am? Or can I observe them? I can. As I elevate my consciousness, bring my awareness to the present moment, I can even watch my thoughts, my emotion. What is it that I'm feeling now? What is the memory that has surfaced at this point in time? I can observe. Hence, even my manomaya kosha is not what I am. Neti, neti. What is it that is observing the manas? my thoughts, emotions, surfaced memories. It's my present moment awareness. In psychological term, in cognitive science, they term it as metacognition, meta-awareness. The awareness that is aware of itself. The Vijnanamaya Kosha. Is that what I am? Or something beyond? Is that present moment awareness, the conscious awareness of myself, the Vijnanamaya, the intellectual aspect of me? Is that what I am? When I become more subtle in my experience, I realize when I get up from my bed, for some time, I even do not have that consciousness. It emerges from silence. When I get to bed, it settles in, drifts into a silent space. Hence, the Vijnanamaya is also not what I am. Neti, neti. I can experience myself at the subtlest of level in the Anandamaya, a space where I connect to the universe. That state of sunyam takes me to the infinitude, that expansive presence, feeling that experience of being one with the universe. I am in a sanctuary of love, compassion, kindness, joy, the Anandamaya Kosha. Having a feel of that Satchit Ananda. Let's feel this state of being. In that silence. Let's express our deepest gratitude to this wonderful process, to those seers and sages who have given this extraordinary process to empower us to be one with the universe. Gently, slowly, bring your attention back to your awareness, to your mind, to your breath, and to your body. And with a sense of deep gratitude, we can bring our palms together and rub them. Feel that warmth, the energy, the joy of it. And as we slowly take it onto our eyes and forehead, slowly and gently gliding and sliding our palms downward, putting them back on our lap, urging the universe to help us learn, help us heal more and more people, help us serve in the best possible manner, help us spread joy, happiness, and love. Gently, we may open our eyes with a sense of love and compassion, kindness and joy and gratitude. And as we come back, I hope, I trust all of us, we had a good experience of ourselves. If you can just write in one word your experience out there as we start and as we get on to the next part of learning. Awesome. Thank you, Vikasji. Thank you so much. Excellent, Javed ji. Thank you. Awesome. Pramod ji, thank you. Calm, Tanvi ji. Great experience. Gratitude, Jyoti ji. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you. I know such an evolved uh, community or group of people who are here. It has to be that heightened experience. Thank you so much. Now, as we divine experience, as Sri Vidya ji is saying, thank you, Aprajita ji. Lovely. I can see Anupam ji is saying, so calm. Fantabulous, Santaji. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to our next part. As I said, it's a roadmap that we'll discuss. It's three pillars as we talk about, as AI has come to the space, AI technology for healing and coaching, a community that learns and shares and grows, and finally, the facilitation of reaching to a larger audience at the same time, inviting abundance to life. That would be our journey in this next 1 hour or so. Thank you, Rasmiji. Thank you, Preetiji. Thank you, Santa Jacobji, so much. So now, moving on to the first part, the technology part, I should actually, as an expert, I should invite someone who can take you through the journey of how AI has come to the space. What has it been done? What has it done so far for humanity, and how we can embrace it? So here, someone extraordinary, and for a moment, let me stop sharing. One extraordinary gentleman, a great leader who has been helping people through their fitness, health, and not just in physical health, but body, mind, and soul health. And he has not just been doing it, he has been expanding the community through this, through popularizing this technology. So please join me welcoming Mr. Vikash Kishore Singh, who is one of the evolved souls who has been helping people and creating that community to grow with the help of AI. Welcome, Vikashji. It's been such a pleasure having you here with us, and it's over to you. And yeah,
Thank you so
if you
much.
can all, yeah,
Can you all see me?
yeah, we can, Vikashji. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think there is something on my camera. I don't know this. Is it clear? My screen is clear?
Uh, yes, your screen is now clear.
Okay.
You can,
Okay.
yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. First of all, let me thank you, Sandeep sir, for being a wonderful contributor in this world. No, when I got to know about your background, that you were in top corporate career and you decided to choose the path of spirituality and help more than 15,000 people, mentored and coached them to elevate their life in terms of health, wealth, and happiness. So, first of all, my sincere gratitude to you, and good evening to all of you for being here in this session. My session will last for maybe 35 to 40 minutes. Or maximum 35 minutes. So I request everybody to pay attention, because what Sandeep ji has just said, we are going to continue where he stopped, and we will understand that how the world is moving towards AI and how this technology is giving power to individual. Let me start this session with a question: that how many of us agree that a more spiritual person would like to give power in other people's hand, right? Yes or yes? Rather than taking all the control. Let's say I'm a healer and I am the only one healing everybody. That doesn't make sense, because I might not be here as an immortal being. I have to die. The body has to die. But what if there is something which can empower each and every person? So giving power to the people so that they can heal themselves. And this is where this technology, this science behind this technology comes in. And we all agree, as a healer, as a coach, whether you are from pranic healing, Reiki healing, Ayurveda, holistic therapy, or a medical doctor, allopathic doctor, homeopathy doctor, or whatever kind you might be, we all will agree to one point, and that point is that the root cause of all disease is nothing but stress, right? So everybody will agree to this. Homeopathy also says the same thing. Ayurveda also says the same thing. Allopathy says the same thing. Each and every modality which is into health and wellness, they will agree. They will say that the root of all disease is stress. Now, when I say stress, people get confused thinking that, oh, I have to hold my head and maybe because of extra work, I have stress. But stress comes from various reasons and various sources. For example, you might look at your mother-in-law, you might get stress. You might look at your boss in your office, you might get stress. You might look at your neighbor's house, who's beautiful house, better, bigger and better than you, a beautiful car, bigger and better than you might get stress. Depression is also a kind of stress. Anxiety is also kind of stress. Injury, insomnia, exhaustion, stress from work, home, hormonal changes, allergy issues, loss of direction, unworthiness, financial stress. These are all nothing but stress. And this is where we have to understand the science behind it. This is the scientist, Dr. Hans Jenny, who performed an experiment which proved that how negative stress is what a negative emotion, how negative emotion or negative energy has the ability to change the physical matter. And Dr. Hans Jenny performed this experiment in 1930s. And he proved that every negative emotion has negative vibration, which changes the physical pattern and makes it non-coherent. Whereas every positive energy brings coherence in the physical matter. So we'll see a small video, maybe for a few seconds, and understand this.
I called up Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
Imagination. How do we describe to you the effect of cymatic frequencies? I'm gonna have to.
I am sure that all of you would have come across such videos in your lifetime, right? This is not something which I showed you for the first time. But is it not so wonderful to understand that every single cell of our body can respond to frequencies? And if you read this book, Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, Heal Your Life, Heal Your Body by Louise Hay, you learn that every negative emotion has the ability to change or distort the physical body, and which leads to disease. And see, there are a lot of scientists who will tell you the same thing, that 99% diseases are psychosomatic, even accidents are psychosomatic. So if the body, if we are vibrating at a lower frequency, means we are vibrating towards a disease. So we'll see a small video and understand how frequencies have the ability to change matter. But before that, we all agree with Nikola Tesla when he says that if you want to understand the secret of universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And even Albert Einstein seconded the thought by saying everything in life is vibration. I don't have to tell the audience today that who is Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein. These were the minds which changed the generation, right? So we'll see a small video and understand how frequency and vibration has the ability to change matter.
One of the greatest inventors of all time, Nikola Tesla, the genius who lit the world, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Say you are listening to the radio in your car and do not like the music that you are hearing. What do? You change the frequency. What many people fail to realize is that we can take charge of our frequencies in the exact same way. We tend to reduce our body's anatomy down to a simplified version that consists of only flesh and blood. But everything on this planet, animals, plants, and water, are made of atoms, which produce, emit, and receive energy, which operates at a specific frequency. Everything, all our tissues, cells, organs, emotions, and thought patterns have their own unique electromagnetic fields, as do allergens, viruses, or bacteria. All things have a frequency, including you, the human body. It has been shown that a normal person has a frequency of 62 to 72 megahertz. When the body drops below this frequency, we begin to get into illness and disease states. For example, if our frequency drops to 58 megahertz, then we are likely to get a cold or flu. If our frequency drops to 42 megahertz, we become susceptible to cancer within the body. The lower the frequency, the closer we are to death.
Exactly. The lower the frequency, the closer we are to death. And this is what we have learned through science today, that every person has a healthy temperature. Similarly, every person has a healthy vibration, and that vibration is between 62 to 72 megahertz. And the moment we start dropping, the frequency starts to drop, the vibration starts to drop, we get into disease state. For example, Louis Hay says that the feeling of fear brings an insecurity. Fear and insecurity brings down our vibration to 58 megahertz, and that leads to fever and cough and cold. Can you imagine? And when we are vibrating at 42 megahertz, that is where we have unresolved or suppressed anger or very negative emotions suppressed for a long time. That leads to cancer and everything else in between that. So what we learned that if we are vibrating at a negative frequency for a long time, then we get into disease state. It doesn't mean that I am angry. Let's say I get angry on somebody for a second. It doesn't mean that that person will have cancer. But if he's at the state of anger for a long period of time, that's when his body gets into cancer. That's what not I am saying. It's proven by science, right? Louis Hay very well explains it in our book Heal Your Life, Heal Your Body, right? So, and in Ayurveda, we believed it from thousands of years, right? So if I don't like the song in the radio, what do? I change the channel and I get the desired song, and I enjoy that song. But what if I don't like my frequency? What do? Do I have a radio where I have a button where I can just change my frequency from 58 to maybe 62 or 72? Is it really possible? In India, yes, it has been possible from thousands of years by different practices such as Reiki, sadhana, meditation, pranic healing, crystal healing, sound healing, going to a temple, the bell in the temple. There are thousands of ways where we in ancient India or Asian part, this part of the world, East Asia, we have learned various techniques to change the vibration or frequency of a person. But how many of us have the time to do meditation, yoga? Yes, it is very good. Even I do it. But very few people have the, or are very lucky or the chosen one who understand all these things. But most people just go through life, right? But there was one scientist in 1934 who designed a technology called the Rafe machine. Later, it was also called as, his frequencies were called the Rafe frequency. You can Google him out, Dr. Royal Rafe. What happened is Dr. Royal Rafe invented a technology which would produce frequencies to heal a person. And he enrolled more than 16 cancer patients into his program. At that time, Dr. Raif was he was heading a department in US in a medical university. And all 16 of them got healed. Guess what happened to him? He would have got a Nobel Prize, isn't it? No. At that time, and even today, I would say, there will be some people who don't want such science or such invention to go to common people, because that's when you give power in people's hand. We very well knew that corona can be handled if we just focus on our immunity, but power was given to one person to make vaccine, or one or two people decided to give vaccine. But it was very, very, it is a very known fact that if you just take care of your immunity, you will not have COVID. Where is COVID now? Right? Has the virus gone? I don't know. It's just here. So when this power would have been given, the world would have changed. But anyways, he was removed from his position and his research was destroyed. And in 1934, a law was passed stating that anybody practicing frequency healing, Ayurveda, herbology, or any kind of healing or therapy, homeopathy, Unani, all these were banned and considered illegal. So only and only allopathy was the source of healing. Can you imagine how brutal the system was? But that did not stop our scientists, the great scientists, to do more and more research on Rafe frequency and find out how actually he was able to do it, even after his death. And luckily today, all this science is being studied under a science called quantum physics. But before I proceed further in this session, I would request everybody to come on the video. If you are joining in for the first time, especially, come on your video. Because see, there has to be energy exchange. We are not here to sell you something. We are here to share something with you. And if you are not on the video, you're not receiving what I'm saying. And we are putting our effort, we are putting in our energy. We want the energy from you, because if you can give me energy, I can give you back, right? So I hope we all are here. We have dedicated the time that we have to spend this much time. And I really loved when I said that it is going to take 35 minutes. So if you feel that you don't have time today, you can join us in our next session, but please pay attention, right? So shall we begin? Thank you so much. So there were a lot of scientists who started studying this science under quantum physics, and you'll find a lot of books, and even on Amazon, the body electric, decoding human body field, PEMF, the body electric, frequency specific microcurrent and pain management, the resonance effect. There are thousands of research, universities now teaching quantum science, and especially from last 2 years, every consecutive 2 years, the Nobel Prize went to quantum physics. Now it's the same science which was once called a pseudoscience or a fake science or Jewish science, because the scientists at that time could not believe what quantum science means. And when I say quantum physics, Albert Einstein said, if you're listening to quantum physics and you are not confused, then you did not listen to quantum physics. That was not quantum physics. So how many of you are ready to get confused, right? As per Albert Einstein, right? So let us get confused. So one such quantum physicist, whom we are going to talk about specifically because he's the inventor of the technology, of the AI technology, which we are going to talk about, is Marcus Mieke. He has written more than 25 books. One of the book is The Second Path. So this gentleman chose quantum physics at age 16, where I was not able to understand normal physics. He chose quantum physics. The toughest subject in the world after women is quantum physics. So he chose that subject and started studying quantum physics. While studying quantum physics, he could not find solution to certain questions which he had in his mind. So he came to India, as all quantum physicists do, because they say quantum physics is more closer to spirituality. So he came to India at age 20, and guess what? He became a monk, sadhu. Now just imagine what a monk thinks all day. He became a monk and lived in India for 12 years as a monk with rishis in Rishikesh, in Himalayas, in Mayapur, and started studying Upanishads, Vedas, and different, even astrology. He's a professor. He was a professor in India in a very big university in Rishikesh teaching astrology. So he gave his 12 years in India studying all these systems, practicing brahmacharya, and also parallelly studying, continuing his quantum physics journey. He went back to Germany and got mentored by Bokert Heim. Now, Bokert Heim was one of the scientists who gave the equation for defying gravity while going on the space. He was a part of Apollo mission as well. But Bokert Heim is a scientist who always published in German. That's how he could not become very famous, and he was blind, right? So Bokert Heim taught Marcus that how you can tap into the fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth dimension of a human realm. According to quantum physics, there are 12 dimensions, but according to our Vedic system, it is 14 dimension. So his mentor taught him how to tap up to eighth level and understand understand what is happening at the eighth level, up to eighth level. So fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. His mentor taught him, gave him equations to crack those codes, and took an oath that he will use it for goodwill, for well-being of people. And Marcus did exactly the same. He knew what exactly he has to done with all this knowledge he gained from India and from his mentor Bokert Heim. He was ready with a technology which would do wonders. But again, he was a monk and a scientist, not a businessman. Nikola Tesla and Dr. Raif could have succeeded if they would have got funding from a businessman. Not only funding, support was very much important. So he knew that his innovation would change the world and he needed somebody strong. He met his own student who came to India to learn astrology while he was teaching at a university in India. And they had met that time as, he was a student, but when he went back to Germany, he became one of the richest person of Germany, owns a hedge fund called Superfund worth $1.6 billion, first European to get Michelin star rating for his vegan restaurants all across Europe. A billionaire and ex-student of Marcus decides to give, not fund. Though he's the owner of a hedge fund, but he gave 100 million euros to Marcus to launch his technology, and they together became the founder and co-founder of this organization called Time Waver, which is all built in, made in Germany, headquarters in Germany, research and facility in Germany. And they launched a technology called the Time Waver. You can see this white color DVD-like structure kept in front of the Sony Vaio laptop. Now, what this device was capable of, first of all, to have this device, you have to be a doctor or a therapist. And you can analyze what you can do with this device. You can analyze the bioinformation field or the prana or the chi or the ki of the person by giving this 2 electrodes in his hand, and then find out what the person is going through in his life at a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Yes, you heard it right. It can tell you what organs in your body need certain energy, what are your nutritional deficiencies, how is your body doing right now, how is your mind right now, how's your emotion right now, what are you thinking, what are your emotions, how are your general thought pattern, and what has happened in your life, by giving a detailed aura analysis that this person has this problem and this aura, and this is the reason. Maybe had a poor relation with father, maybe had a bad relation with the spouse. It can find out everything. And not only that, the best part, after analysis, it can also heal the person by sending quantum frequencies in the body of the person. Now, this was a revolution. And by 2006, when it was launched, by 2010, this technology became the Rolls-Royce of frequency healing. Today, there are more than 2,000 clinics where they have the Time Waver. And this Time Waver can tap up to 8th dimension, right? And do the healing of the person. In India, there are 13 or 12 clinics. I got to know that only to analyze, you might have to spend 20,000 rupees. And if you want to go for a therapy, it might cost you from 4 lakh to 7 lakh, depending on what challenge you want to get solution for. By 2010, as I said, it became world #1 technology in frequency healing. But Marcus was not happy. You know why? See, Marcus cannot decide on the business part because he got the funding, and maybe Christian Harper might have asked his friends to invest. So they have great intention, but not in all investor will have the same thing. But Marcus was not happy that this is only for rich people. So what he did, he used AI. Why AI? Because AI works on database. So this Time Waver, by 2013, it could accumulate a database of 2.5 crore people who were healed using Time Waver. And this database was lying on the server. So Marcus got in touch with the best of the scientists, database scientists, AI experts, industry experts, and made a technology in such a way that it could be used by a common man. Now, let me give you an example for all of us to understand. What is this? This is the world's first computer, Harvard Mark I. And who can operate it? Only a computer science engineer. Now, what is this? This is a desktop, first desktop invented by our great Steve Jobs. And who can operate it? Today, everybody. You see the difference? Time Waver could be operated only by a doctor or a therapist. But the invention which Marcus did, a big Time Waver converted into a small tiny device called Healy, which I am wearing it right now. And I am right now I'm talking to you and taking a therapy of Ayurveda called Pitta. So what Pitta will do, this program helps me to balance the Pitta in my body. Then we'll talk about those programs later. But what Marcus did, he converted that big Time Waver using AI and quantum science so that a common man can also use this technology, find out what is happening in his physical, mental, emotional body, and then heal himself by using the power of AI controlled by your smartphone. This is called Healy. So we'll have a small look at this video.
Healy is new. Healy is different. And Healy is extremely versatile. This little game changer is the first smartphone-controlled wearable that provides easy support in all important areas of your life with the use of frequencies. Healy analyzes the frequencies you need right now. Then the smart wearable applies subtle currents and individualized frequencies to your body via its electrodes. It strengthens your balance and harmonizes imbalances. Holistic health and inner and outer beauty. Healy, over 120 programs provide energetical support for you, for your body, and for your cells. Every single cell in our body is a small power plant that constantly produces energy. One thing is particularly important for this, the natural cell membrane voltage. And this is where the Healy comes in. With Nuno Nina's gold cycle programs that focus on rebalancing your cells, Healy also has suitable programs for many other applications on board. Programs supporting relaxation if you have a headache or back pain, but also for learning, concentration, or exams. Healy even offers support for mental balance, sleep, and stress. The Healy Beauty programs are supposed to support your inner and outer beauty energetically. In sports, the Healy is meant to promote performance, muscles, and regeneration. Home or on the go, in your leisure time or at work. In our opinion, health begins with good balance in all areas of life. This is what Healy stands for. State-of-the-art wearable technology, made in Germany to the highest standards. Based on use by 2,000 practitioners worldwide, who have seen as many as 500,000 patients. Healy, for me and for you and for everyone.
Exactly. Healy for you, for me, and everyone. You can see some people are using it through electrodes, like I am using it right now. Some people are using it through earlobes, and some people are using it without any of these. The AI interface, the blue app or the pink app is so user friendly. We call it the blue and the pink. So they are so user friendly that anyone can operate it. If you know how to use a smartphone, you can operate. And guess what? You see, there is another session happening right now as we are speaking for common people who do not belong to the healing or coaching industry. And right now it is live from Singapore from one of my mentor, and it is done for for India and for me, for my entire group. And there are 67 people even in this meeting. So the reason why I'm showing you this, that we are today growing at such a speed that every 35 minutes a family is adopting this technology. And the best part is that out of every 10 device or technology adopted, 3 of them are bought or used by healers and professionals. 7 of them are bought by common people. It is because of the result which this technology gives. And when we talk about any technology which is into health, it cannot be just launched simply. It has to go through certain approvals, certain certification, because how do I know whether it has side effect, whether it is safe to use, whether it has gone through placebo trials, or etc., etc. This technology was ready in 2013, but launched in Germany in 2019, came to India in 2022. We just completed our 5 years, and to celebrate our 5 years, we are going to Mexico for celebrations. Even I am also invited for this 5-year celebration, right? So this technology has got multiple seals and approvals. I'll just let you go through some of them. The first seal it has got is the science-based seal, which is given to a technology which is developed by doctors and practitioners. It has also got a quality and performance seal by Made in Germany. It has got 8 patents, and there are numerous pending patents. And European Union, Healy is certified. Now, please listen to it very carefully. Healy is a medical device for treatment of pain in European Union. In India, it is a holistic healing device. So in European Union, Healy is a medical device for treatment of pain, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, skeletal pain, and migraine, as well as supportive treatment for mental illness such as depression, anxiety, and related sleep disorder. Healy is certified and cleared. Please listen to the word cleared. It is cleared by FDA as a class 2 medical pain relief device. Okay, but Healy is much more than pain and mental challenges. Healy has got programs which can help you not only for your physical pain or mental pain, but it can help you correct your relationship, aura, chakra, learning programs, beauty, skin, productivity, you name it. Any area of life you want help, we have all these things, all these programs in Healy. One of my favorite is the coaching analysis. Since we are talking to coaches and healers, let me tell you, there is a program, there is an app, blue app. In that blue app, we have a feature called the coaching analysis, which can find out You just put your intention that what is your goal. Let's say your goal is to make 5 lakh rupees a month, or maybe your goal is to help more and more people, whatever is your goal, or maybe you want to have a beautiful relation with your spouse, or you're looking for a partner. You just write it down. The technology using AI, understanding your information field, can tell you where is the blockage of on your journey towards that goal. What are the thought patterns and behavioral patterns you need to change to get to that goal? And the best part is the device will give you counter affirmations which can be sent in your information field to correct those behavior and pattern. Isn't it so fantastic and fascinating? There are so many testimonies we have today where people have had corrected their relationship with their wife, with their girlfriend, or with their husband, or with their spouse. People have corrected their finances, what not. So Healy is much more than that. And Healy is not just developed by Marcus. It has, Marcus has been supported by, you can take a screenshot of this and then later Google these people. These are who's who in their industry, in their field. There are medical doctors, scientists, homeopathy doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, frequency healers, and they have spent 25 to 30 years of their life into their field. No, we are having a special session by Martina Condits for starting from tomorrow for 36 days. Where she'll be explaining so many research which she has done and how it is going to help humanity and how this technology is helping. And it will be open for all. Can you imagine? Open for all. Right? So how this technology works, right? It's very simple. I have Sandeep sir has already explained with the reference of Ayurvedic and the Vedas. He has explained, but let me explain you in science. Right? Our body is made of trillion of cells, but our cells are made of molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of subatomic particles, and subatomic particles are made of energy, frequency, and vibration, which creates the information field. That means what? Anything which has energy, frequency, and vibration has information field. And anything which has energy, frequency, and vibration, everything has energy, frequency, and vibration. This device is not only used by human, you can be used by your pets in the home, your plants in your home. It can be used by any living creature because it works on information field. And how it interacts with information field? Very simple. Either it interacts with your bioenergetic field, or the prana, or the chi, or the ki in Japan, or you can directly send frequencies into your cell using microcurrents. Microcurrent is not new. It has been used in more than 100 years for helping people to get healing, especially in pain management. Now, microcurrent is not something which is only new to your body. Every cell has bioelectric current, or called the microcurrents, which is in milliampere. Now, every cell has to maintain that bioelectric current. That's how you might have heard people got heart attack all of a sudden. They were dancing and they got collapsed. They were sitting there and they got collapsed because the electricity supply of this motor collapsed. Why? Because people are not walking on the ground. They're not doing things to have proper bioelectric current flowing through their body. So with this microcurrent, the frequency transfers directly to our cell and heals our cell and helps our cell to maintain our cell differential voltage potential. I'm basically from Ranchi. I stay in Bangalore. From 2007, I'm in Karnataka. And I just went to my home after some, I think 4 or 5 months. And my neighbors told me one thing: because you're looking younger, you're looking fairer, you're looking fresh, you're looking younger than they gave some names who were elder to me. And they said, you're looking younger. I said, yeah, thank you. I know that. And it is not because of some magic. It is because of Healy, because Healy helps our cell to maintain the cell differential potential at a healthy level. Now, what is cell differential potential? Every cell has an inner membrane and outer membrane. The difference between the cell potential or the membrane is called the cell membrane potential. And if the differential voltage is from -90 to -60, that is when the person is young and healthy. Right? And this was explained, this was proven by Professor Roberto Becker and Professor Roger Normstrom. They are also the author of this book, The Body Electric, and were the Nobel Prize Committee head for medicine. So they found that if you have to find out that whether the person is healthy, not healthy, is he going through some inflammation or diabetes, BP, sugar, cancer, you can just find it out by his cell differential potential. So if let's say somebody has some pain or starts aging, it means his cell differential potential is going from -60 to -50. If the person has arthritis, conjunctivitis, bronchitis, or any disease with itis, it means he has some inflammation, that is -35 to -45. And if he has no BP, sugar, it is in that range of -35 to 30, and then uncontrolled cell division, which leads to cancer. Now, what Healy does with help of frequencies and microcurrent, it helps our body to maintain a differential voltage from -90 to -60. Now, it will not happen in a day. It is not something which it's not a of course you can see immediate change in the pain area, but if you want to solve certain challenges, it is not going to address certain disease. It is just going to help your cell to become healthy. So if your cells are healthy, your body becomes healthy. If your body becomes healthy, you become healthy, right? And who better than Albert Einstein said that future of medicine will be the medicine of frequency. Just go to Google and type frequency device by Dr. Reddy's lab. They have launched, Dr. Reddy is one of the biggest pharmaceutical company. They have launched a frequency device for migraine. Migraine is not an IMF frequency. What is IMF? Individualized microfrequency. Healy works on IMF. What is IMF? Healy has a quantum sensor, and every 10 seconds, it can analyze when you on it and when you run any program, every 10 seconds, it will analyze the person's body who's wearing it and give frequencies for that person. So let's say I am running a program for sleep and Rashmi ji is running a program for sleep. We might not get the same frequency because we are two different people and we have two different sleep patterns. So this is an IMF-based technology, which is the world's first and only technology to do that and to be that. It is a patent. And it has the quantum sensor, which is a patent. It has a frequency generator, which can produce 9 million frequencies for life based on your body requirement. So this Dr. Reddy's lab machine, which is sold at 16,000 rupees, only one program of migraine. But Healy has got 229 program in the pink app and more than 200 program in the blue app. Together, if you combine, it has got more than 500 programs. Just multiplied by 16,000, what should be the cost? Now, this is the future, and even Biocon is working on a frequency device for antibiotic and also for nutrition. Yes, you heard it right. Nutrition. Taking nutrition digitally. It doesn't mean that you don't have to eat food. It will help your body to absorb nutrition from what you're eating. And Healy has even program for digital nutrition. We have so many testimonies. The person who has the person who has invited you, they can share with you. We have 50,000 recorded testimonies in India in just over 1 year. As I said, every 35 minutes, one family is adopting Healy as of now. One family. And India is not the #1 country. There are 57 countries where Healy is there, and the #1 country is US and Canada. And India in the Asia Pacific, yes, last year it was the #1 because people here understand frequencies and therapies very fast, right? So I'll just let you go through some testimonies, not all. So she's talking about her, Ciara is talking about her menstrual cramp, which she always had. And by just using Healy for 2 months, she never got it back. Now she's talking about, Celia Fox is talking about her depression and anxiety. You can interact with these people through our Facebook community called the Frequency Experience page, where there are 90,000 people. And if you send an invite, and that you cannot join that page just like that, a person has to invite you. So if you are invited there and if they accept your they'll accept your entry, you just have to go and see these testimonies by yourself and interact and talk to them, right? We have programs, but if you ask anything medical, they will not respond because Healy is medical device only in few countries, not in all countries. Right. So, she's talking about her chronic stress fracture, migraine, skin allergy issues, prostate. We have got thousands of testimonies. If you have old parents, grandparents at home, and they have prostate issues, Healy is going to help them to a very large extent. And learning programs. Oh my God. I have seen testimonies of people. I have seen people whom I know that their children were not able to score more than 50%. And after using learning program, not just children, even adult, they started scoring above 75, 85%, right? We have programs for internet addiction, alcohol addiction, smoke addiction, we have program for digital nutrition. Now, this is something which challenged me because I am in this industry from a long time. And I said, how digital nutrition can be taken? But when I read and understood that Healy is not the only company, there are many other companies who are still finding out a way to do it, but Healy is the first one to do it. So what these programs can do, it can help your cell to absorb nutrition from what you're eating and also help you to gain certain nutrition through frequency, because everything is frequency. And I read this to understand this because I was confused. So I happened to read a book, it's in my other bag, called Good Wife, Good Life by Vex King. You can also, I think some of you might be knowing about this book. In that book, he says that there is a French scientist, André Simons, who did a research and found that every food has a frequency, and there are certain food which has positive frequency, neutral frequency, and negative frequency. And guess what? Our Ayurveda says there are three kinds of food: tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. The same philosophy. So every food has frequency. So every nutrition in the food has frequency. So Healy can generate those frequencies which can help you to absorb the nutrition and also help you with certain deficiencies. Isn't it so powerful? And guess what? I have not told you the good news yet. The good news is you have a refund policy. Means if you don't see result, return it. It's a German company. In Germany, in Europe, I know. I have been traveling around the world. That if you buy a shirt and you don't like it, you wear it and go and return it. They will take it back. But can you do it in India? You wear a shirt, go to a party, and go and exchange it. You can't do that. But it is a German brand, so they have this policy of refund for 14 days. If if you use this technology, if you don't see any change, you can return it. No questions asked. And the best part is that we have seen that 70% people see the change in just 2 days, right? But yes, it depends on people to people. Some people even see it in 3 months, but that is all based on how you're using it, right? And but company is not going to question you. Did you use it properly? But if you just want to return it. We have job and sleep programs. He's talking about how her stammering. Even today, I got a testimony on the voice message. Somebody from a customer who messaged that I was suffering from anxiety and I could not speak to people. My confidence was low. I was very conscious, but after using Healy, I'm fully confident. Right. As I said, that this device can be used by the pets, and trust me, it's a boon. I have 4 pets in my home, and when I use Healy, I know what happens to them. Even you can use this on plant. So we have some video, but I will not play because of lack of time, but you can ask the person who's invited you. You can watch a lot of Healy. So this is not only amazing us, but it is amazing some great personalities of our country. Even our RRR music director Kiremani ji is using from last 2 years. A.R. Rahman sisters family is using Healy. Very soon we are going to meet A.R. Rahman. I was the one who trained them on how to use it. We have the ex-chief minister of Jharkhand and current tribal minister with Healy. So we have so many people who are using Healy for their health. And now you see our next technology. I don't have time. I can't explain it. It's not a UFO. It looks like an UFO, but it's not a UFO. It's a device for Vastu. Yes, you heard it right. You can program your water and your space with this program. That's how it looks like a UFO. So you can program, you can correct the energy of your space and your water, because any negative energy in your Vastu first affects the water. And guess what? Our body is also made of 70% water. That's how the bad energy at home can change. Definitely changes the health of the person of the house, because there 70% of the body is water. So this can help you to get those energy in your water and on your body and also on your atmosphere. This is called Mag Healy, right? So I don't have time, otherwise I would explain it. There's another science. It completely works on a different technology, right? Now the cost of it. The time waiver. You remember that time waiver, the first invention by Marcus? That would cost you 50 lakh to 1 crore. And it would be only used by doctors and therapists, and plus 1 year of rigorous training with this technology. This is the time waiver. That will cost you 50 lakh to 1 crore. Marcus says that the professional edition of Healy can do 70% of work which time waiver can do. Healy can only tap up to 6th dimension, but Timeweaver can tap up to 8th dimension. That's one major difference. But you can have certain Timeweaver program into your Healy. That's a different arrangement altogether. So Timeweaver, as I said, 50 lakh to 1 crore. So what would be the cost of Healy? If 70% of it can do, then it should be 70% of 1 crore, right? So 70% or 30% of 1 crore is what? 70% of 1 crore is what? 70 lakh? No. The technology will only cost you one time lifetime with 2 years of warranty, 14 days of guarantee look-in period, which starts with in India 43,000 one time lifetime, and it goes up to 3,46,000 one time lifetime. Depends on how many programs you choose, how many analyses you want. The top 2 model can analyze your mind, body, soul, and coaching analysis. The center model can only analyze your mind and body. The last 2 models cannot analyze. You can take some program. The prices which you see here comes with a heavy discount. That will not be for everybody. It is only for because we are not, the common presentation is happening right now as we speak, right? Where we are just sharing it with general people. So we are looking out for people who are into healing and coaching industry, because it's a special community. Because as Sandeep ji said very rightly, that AI alone is of no use. It's a piece of plastic. We need AI, EI, and SI, emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence, along with the intelligence of artificial intelligence. So this is not open for all. This is a very premium community which we are building. So the final price will be disclosed after certain one-to-one discussion, where we also get to know you. What is your agenda? What is your purpose? How much you're aligned with the purpose, and how much you're aligned with the future, because this is the future. I don't say that. Just go and see how many people are spending money on wearable watches, which can tell their heart rates and this and that, right? It is growing at a rate of 25%. The market of wearables. Now, Healy is the only wearable in the market today which can not only analyze, but it can also give you healing. The smartwatches cannot give you healing. So it is a different level altogether. That's the end of my presentation. I would, the reason why we are growing is our recommendation rate, which is 94%, means 94% of our customers refer it to their friends and family. That's how we are growing, and it's all result based. They will only refer when you get results. So thank you so much, Sandeep sir, for having me. I hope I could finish it on time. So back to you. Over to you.
Yeah, we can stop sharing. So broadly, when we look at the essential technology part, we said there are 3 elements. The technology is what we are looking at as an enabler for us to integrate our core concept, our core modality, and every modality that we have, people in aura, people in chakra, Reiki healing, or Ayurveda or homeopathy, we all, everyone can actually leverage this technology. But as we say, this is something you have to embrace. It's not that we want you to take. It's some of you who take it, some of you may not be, for some reason may not embrace it. It's absolutely fine. Because the reason why we say this is important for the ecosystem that we are building, because we need to standardize certain aspects. As far as the standardization it means, we at least know that, yes, we have some mechanism through which we can record some of the very objective aspect of an individual. We can follow through, so that we know that the person is progressing or growing, and there is a report which can come through this device. This device can produce reports. What is the coaching, or what is the objective that the client has, and how he or she can move towards that. So for that, it's very, very important. Quickly, we will take your questions for sure right now. Just can we just bring in the slide for a moment, and then we will take your question. What exactly is the ecosystem that we're talking about? The ecosystem here is very simple. We are actually looking at, just give me a moment. Looking at the overall thing that's happening. As Vikashji wonderfully shared, thank you so much. And you've completely giving a comprehensive idea about the technology. The technology has been growing for last more than 18 years now. And in the cloud, where through inputs of healers, coaches, doctors, therapists, and so many scientists, the data has been stored, and the data which gets into our bioenergetic field and the information field. If I take it in Vedantic terms, we say Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, and the Karana Sharira, the information field. So this tries to go there and tries to set right certain frequencies so that the blockages that we have, the earlier memory, the karmic loads that are there, it can get to that level, those dimensions, and make them aligned, harmonized. So that is the cloud. The algorithm is such, it routes through the mobile device, mobile phone, and then it gets to the device which is the frequency generator and the quantum sensor. So these three things, they interact with each other, and then they heal us as healers. They give us that strength. As I'm talking to you, I'm taking something called coherence as one modality, as one vibration, which is actually it's balancing my heart chakra, throat chakra, and the Agna chakra. So this we can do for ourselves, for our family members, and on this ecosystem, we plan to reach out to larger audience, where we are going to empower them, heal them. Even there are possibility of distance therapy through this distance healing modalities. I was earlier a skeptic to question how distance modality can happen, but later on, when research and some evidences, very strong evidence and research has happened, how distance healing like Reiki and pranic healing actually work. They have sufficient evidence, although still science needs to figure out what exactly happens in the as a framework, but it works. So that aspect we can do. And as Vikas also put it, it's not just the AI, the EI, that is emotional intelligence, and the spiritual connect we need to have with the clients. And using this device, that I call it divine device, because the frequencies are of divine, and it generates frequencies based on the need of human beings. And just moving on there, how can we grow? What the ecosystem mean? What we do in the ecosystem? Three things as we discussed. One is learning the core expertise of the product and how to apply the application of the product. So we can standardize, we can use our modalities and make the world, the reach larger. And people are going to take it so that we can guide them. And for that, Healy as a company helps all the healers and coaches so that they can help people to grow through this device. And for that, it gives you what is known as the, it's called the coach and leadership bonus, because it has to be ensured that you are helping someone through the life processes and you are not charging that person. Healy is giving you that because you are helping the person who is having the device. So that's one aspect of it. The practice, how we can learn and practice more and more. And more importantly, how we can enlarge the client base, and we can enlarge abundance. And as we mentioned, it is important that we take care of ourselves. If we are always in that routine of how do I manage my finances, my family, my future, my insurance, my security, my EMI, then we'll not be able to in a position to focus on service. So for sustaining, we need to have that kind of abundance in life. And that's the whole reason why we feel we will help facilitate people to get to larger client base, audiences, so that we can grow further together. That's what is the idea. And as we say in the spiritual terms, it's again something which we have to take a decision on, and we have the choice. All of you who have been here and who you feel that yes, you resonate with this concept of getting the technology, of getting to a wonderful community, and also get an opportunity to grow by reaching out, which we will facilitate through the different modalities, supporting you in digital marketplace, giving you a possibility of growing by connecting with clients. So those things we will help as we call it an ecosystem. So if you feel and you are convinced that you can really make difference to people around, embracing the technology, embracing the ecosystem, then please do reach out to the person who has invited you, we will love to take you a step further. We would connect with you. We'll, if you have any queries, you can put it right now. We have already few queries in the chat box, and also you can connect to the person who has invited you, and they can connect to us. We can have one-on-ones. We can have discussion. We can give some kind of idea how it works, and maybe quick kind of an explanation of the device itself. But for all that, first thing that we need to do to take a decision, to make a choice. And let me tell you one thing, that people who embrace and get on to the new terrain, new territory fast, they have a chance to grow faster, and they remain relevant. I know people who were in the physical space, they were wonderful. When the digital market came, they did not adapt. So many of them are irrelevant now, although they are fabulous people. I sometimes feel so pity for them. Being such wonderful people, they are unable to extend their service to the world. Similarly, now again a disruption happening. AI is coming in a big way. If we are not embracing, maybe in future when everyone is having this, so many people are required to guide people through this journey of AI, SI and EI. If we are not there, then we are not doing justice to the world around us. So with that thought, it's over to you, your questions, queries. We can take the queries right here, right now. Many already has come. Thank you. Can I help if kids with autism and ASD? A brilliant question. And recently we had one, every month, in order to understand how our users are growing through this, we organize something called a testimony night. In that, one of our teachers, who is a teacher of people with special need, children with special need, Ms. Tripura Sundari, I don't know whether she is here or not right now, but what she said was amazing. She said she has been working with one little boy who was not able to speak and remember a few words in sequence. Even 3 words, it was taking more than a month to make him conversant with. After using Healy, he said within less than a week's time, this boy actually could remember 20 words in sequence. Probably you and me also will take time to have that kind of thing. But people are really, really getting amazing results. So if you want some of our, maybe the person who has invited you, it's Kadambari ji who has this question. We can just send her the particular testimony, how this device has helped a little child with attention deficit disorder who could do this amazing transformation. The teacher is Tripura Sundariji. I do not know whether she's there or now, but she's one of our esteemed members of the AI ecosystem and has been doing amazing job helping so many people around. I can get another question. Surabhiji is saying, is there any way we can experience it in person? Please, please reach out to the person who has invited you. Certainly, if it is possible, we'll enable that to happen. Yes, Surabhiji, please do reach out, and we'll certainly make this enabled. Next is I have some kind of startup issues taking this to the next level, like building team. I need some of this guidance. Yes, Mukundaji, please do reach out to the person who has invited. Anything that Vikashji would like to add here?
So I would just love to have questions. You can raise your hand and digital hand so that we can unmute and ask you questions directly. I know that chatting is easy, but talking is fantastic, isn't it? So you can just unmute yourself and be open, be frank, because you're not charging. Yes, Kadambari ji has raised hand. Yes, Kadambari ji, I just read your statement. You said I'm in for taking healing to masters with Healy. Thank you so much. You can ask your questions, ma'am. And where are you located? Who was it?
Yeah, I am in Greater Noida. So
fantastic.
I am I am doing inner child healing and
Oh, wow.
also like pranic level 1 healing. So I do have a lot of cases, where people come with a lot of problems. So definitely it was really enriching to know more about Healy from you. So the question I have is like, as I've seen on the videos and the testimonies that you have just shown on the screen, that Healy is continuously with the person, right? Just like we are carrying mobiles in our hands or probably the wearables. So anything like, will that the radiation factor will come in with
Fantastic.
using Healy?
Yeah, fantastic. See, I am electronics and communication engineer by education. And before I became an engineer, I thought every frequency is radiation. But later I got to know that there is a range in which we can hear, that is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. That is our hearing range, right? So all frequencies are not radiation, but all radiations are frequencies. So microwave also has frequency, right? The mobile tower also has a frequency. When I speak, I'm speaking to you with a frequency. Our thought has a frequency, our emotion has a frequency. But everything is frequency. Me, you, everything has frequency, but not every frequency is radiation. And if it would be a radiation, it would not be approved for usage as a holistic healing device or a medical device. So there are so many tests being done, placebo trials, double placebo trials, side effect, and it has got, when you look at the device, it has got various certification. I don't know how many. So these, you can see there are a lot of symbols, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 symbols. And you go and Google what is the meaning of these symbols. So this is a German technology. So don't worry, it's not radiating anything. It is just sending you frequency in your information field, which are pro-life. 9 million types of frequencies which are pro-life. See, for example, when you go to a sound healer and he gives you a sound healing by producing certain frequency in the from the bowl and sending it in your, through your information field. But can you call that sound as a radiation? No, that's a sound frequency. So similarly, Healy can produce those frequencies without creating that noise. So there are so many types. So how do you feel when you go and stand near a riverbed or under a mountain or on top of the mountain, right? So there are all these. If anybody has stress, just bring them. Take them to a natural place. Immediately his stress is gone. How? Because he is now in coherence with the nature frequency. So Healy can produce those nature frequencies, which are 9 million types. So you don't have to worry on it. If somebody asks me what are the side effects, I tell them there are 2 side effects. One, the number 1 side effect which Healy has is you will start looking younger. And second is you will start making more money in whatever you're doing, because you will become more productive, more active, more focused. This is by default. So when I saw it for the first time, I just said, I took it as a user. I did not wanted to promote it, talk about it, but later I thought I am being selfish. If God has given me this wonderful platform, this wonderful technology, and just by telling it to 2 or 3 people, everybody started saying thank you to me. The moment they started using it, they started thanking me. I said, why not spread it if it is so good? Right, Rekha ji? So yeah, sorry, Kadambri ji had that question. Thank you so much. Any other question? She's there. Okay, maybe she had a connection issue. Okay, Rekha ji, you can unmute yourself and ask question. Thank you. Yeah, Kadambri ji is there. Thank you so much, Kadambri ji. You can get in touch with the person who has invited you, and that person will definitely help you to get. I think Dr. Shivani has invited you. She's raising hand. Yes, fantastic. Yes, Rekha ji, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, Vikas. I just spoke to you a couple of days ago. I was telling you about my leg pain, the plantar fasciitis that I have. Actually, I'm using this from almost 2 months now. I have received my Mag Healy also. But I don't know if I'm also following the Healy Advisor, whatever program it's giving.
Okay.
But my bad luck, I don't know. I'm not finding any relief for my leg pain. But there are other improvements health-wise. But my main concern was this chronic leg pain. I have it from last 8 months. So is there anybody who has gone through the same problem? Somebody can suggest me something which will be of some use for.
What are the other health benefit you have got, ma'am?
Health benefit I can say is I had very dry skin that has become all right. And I used to have a little bit, some problem with the eyes. Kind of, I used to feel some dust is always there in my eyes. So I used to run the eye harmony. So that was all right for me. General health is okay, but my main concern was this leg pain.
Okay. And
that is
I
not
hope,
getting healed. I'm not getting.
Yes. Okay. So I hope you might remember I told that pain is just an alarm. You remember?
Yeah.
Pain is just an alarm. There is something else. So you have to analyze through Suzlor salt, Bash flower, homeopathy psyche, and run healing through distant healing, that remote
I
healing
do
in the
that
blood.
also.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
that also.
Let me continue. And it will take some time, because when you have to
Okay.
address certain parameters, you have to address it at the root. And second, you have to also consider earth elements, which I think is missing. Now, what is element is, let's say you are taking Healy, but at the same
Okay.
time, there are certain food which is not in alignment with your body. There are
Okay.
certain no exposure to certain things like radiation from mobile phone, or you're too much when you sometimes people have the habit of keeping their phone under their pillow, or you might be under influence of certain other parameters. You see, our body is made of 5 elements, right? No, we
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
right? Air,
I know.
fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, Healy is the 5th element, right? The
Okay.
information or the Akash, but there is earth element, fire element, water element. No, these all elements have to be aligned. So Healy helps you to align everything except earth element,
Okay.
right? So earth element can be only taken care by your no your diet, your lifestyle. So you have spoken to me. I really don't remember, on WhatsApp, or did you call me?
No, no. I, Preeti, and you, we three spoke
Okay.
a couple of
Yeah,
days
yeah. So,
ago.
oh, yes, I remember. I told you to have a certain
Yes.
supplement,
Yes.
right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes. So,
Yes.
did you
Yes.
get that?
Not yet. Not yet.
So that is earth element, right? So I told you
No,
that
because
no,
I
it will help
normally
you.
believe in the natural way of getting all these
Yes,
things because I'm a
I
yoga
told
teacher
you.
myself.
Yeah, I told you natural only. I am no natural earth elements
It's
only.
quite expensive also.
See, what is more expensive, your pain or your? See,
No,
you have
but
to not.
I want to know. See, the
Uh,
Mag Healy, I'm using the foot harmony. Along
uh,
with that, I use the tendon harmony also. So
yeah,
in a day, I use it at least two times, 4 times. So should I
yeah.
increase my usage, or is there anything that I should do which I'm not doing
No,
properly because of
just
which?
yeah, just keep using it. At the same time, work more on bush flower, bash flower, Suzlor salt,
Hmm,
homeopathy, psyche. These all therapies you start taking, and take minimum. Right now, you start taking 4 or 5 programs through the wire.
I take 3
Okay, so
every
3 is
day.
good. It's good. You take 4. I'm sure it will help. See, even though if you just use that, also you will get relief, but one at a time. You saw result in your eyes. You saw result in skin. It will also resolve. Just more patience. That's all.
Because one of the program, somebody was mentioning about this problem, and they
Uh,
said that they got healed with this Healy, Mag Healy and thing.
yeah,
I am not
yeah.
able to get in touch with that person. I don't know. But they were
See,
mentioning about the same problem
yeah,
and it became all right, is what they said.
yours also will become all right. Just when you do analysis, just use the intention. Whenever you do
Hmm.
analysis, just have that only that intention in your mind, that I
Okay.
am out of my pain, my body is feeling healthy, and etc. So you can get in touch with me. You have my number. There are other people who have
Sure,
questions.
sure,
So
sure.
you have my number, right?
Yeah, I have your number.
Okay, you just spend 300 or 400 rupees. I'll recommend you a detox water. So just spend
Okay,
that much for 2-3 months. You will start seeing
okay,
it will just synchronize with your therapy with Healy, and you will see a lot of result. Right?
sure. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Most
Thank you.
welcome.
And Vikash, if you allow, I would love to add up to Rekhaji here. Rekhaji, as Vikashji said, it's just a matter of time. Even I healed my dad with who had sciatica issues since more than 20 years. So it took 1 to 1.5 months, around 1.5 months, and he's absolutely fine now. So we need to have some patience, and we have to have that complete trust, conviction, and like I am getting healed now. Have that confidence and leave everything, surrender yourself. So the healing process will be more faster. And one more wonderful experience which I had recently. One of my aunties stays here who had a bad arthritis pain. She is, even the doctor has suggested her for knee replacement. So her spine, has a little, kind of pressed. So she has got bad this nerve pain and knee pain. And just on one Mag Hilly usage, just one day, one session, I remember, I think maybe the joint harmony, which is for 76 minutes. The very next day, she called me in the morning and said that, Pragya, it has come down to 50 to 60% now. So that is how it works. Just it's a matter of time. Have a lot of trust and conviction. It's going to heal
I
and help as
religiously
well.
follow it, okay? And for me, it is more than 2 months. So I was a little bit worried because when I hear
No
other
problem.
testimonies where they
No
say it
problem,
is
Rekha ji.
good within
Yeah.
1 or 2,
Everybody, Rekha ji is different.
that's the only concern.
Yeah, somebody might take 2 days, somebody
I know, I know that.
somebody might take even longer. So
Yes,
it's
yes,
okay.
yes.
Just use it with conviction, and
Yeah.
when you do the
I'll wait.
yeah. So
I'll wait,
I
and
know
I hope to give my testimony
yes.
soon.
Yes. Just when you use it, just run the intention, have that intention in your mind, and then do the analysis.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, most welcome, ma'am. Yeah, anybody else has any
Thank you.
questions? Most welcome. Anybody has any other question, you can please raise your hand. See, whether you talk to any Healy user, they will always have some testimonies, right? It just matters that how we use it and what is our body going through, because it's not, as I told you, it's not just the fifth element Akash, it is also the earth element, the water element, the fire element. You have to take care of all those factors, and Healy to an extent helps you in 4 of them. But when it comes to earth element, food is not a replacement. No, you cannot say that, oh, I'm using Healy, I cannot have food, because nutrition is missing from food. And yes, you can use digital nutrition, but again, it will take its own time. So yeah, any other question, please raise your hand, or we can close the session. I am so happy to be a part of this. Yes, Rashmi ji, digital hand. Yeah, okay. You can unmute yourself and yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Please go
So
ahead.
I'm Rashmi Ura. I'm a Reiki healer and Reiki crystal healer, and doing tarot also. Actually, my question is, मैंने Healy तो देखा है. I have used it also. One of my friend is having, so with her. So I know, मतलब काफी फायदे की चीज है ये. It's very effective. एंड आई वांट टू नो कि मतलब लाइक स्पेक्स वगैरह जैसे बच्चों को लगता है आईज वगैरह के लिए, तो उसके लिए भी क्या ये वर्क करेगा?
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है। हमने 55-year old जेंटलमैन, एक BNI चैप्टर के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, उनका स्पेक्स था बहुत नॉर्मल, ये इस तरह का, तो बहुत कम पावर का, तो उनका 3 से 4 महीने यूज करने के बाद उनको अब पढ़ने के लिए स्पेक्स की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। ये उनका टेस्टिमनी है। तो बच्चों में तो और ज्यादा अच्छा फायदा करेगा, एंड देयर आर सो मेनी टेस्टिमनी, सो यू कैन रन आई हार्मनी प्रोग्राम and use Suzzler salt program. I'm sure that the person will get some relief. So we are waiting for many. आप देखोगे generally all Healy users will tell you, those who are wearing specs, that sometimes they can manage even without specs. वो headache नहीं आता, पहले आता था अगर specs हटा दिया तो, अब अगर हटा हुआ भी है तो headache नहीं आता।
ओके, बिकॉज़ ये बच्चों में ना आजकल ये बहुत कॉमन प्रॉब्लम हो गया है. मोस्ट ऑफ द kids are having specs.
Yeah,
Even
it is because they are eating mostly junk. उनको सिर्फ पिज्जा, बर्गर, मैगी ही पसंद आता है और कुछ पसंद आता नहीं है। तो न्यूट्रिशन थोड़ा सा फूड में देंगे, बीटा कैरोटीन देंगे तो जरूर फायदा करेगा मैम। यस,
and mobile is the other problem ना.
yeah, correct. So we have a program, इंटरनेट एडिक्शन प्रोग्राम, जो आप चला सकते हैं बच्चों के लिए। तो ऐसा पाया, बहुत सारे टेस्टिमनी है जहां बच्चे फोन पे चिपके रहते थे, आज वही बच्चे 20 से 25 मिनट ज्यादा फोन यूज नहीं करते।
तो वो एडिक्शन भी हट जाएगा बच्चों का।
यस वी हैव, एंड मैंने एक बच्चे का सुना था, उसकी माँ ने बोला कि ये बेटा अभी स्टेज पे गए थे, गोवा में एक इवेंट था हमारा, तो उसने बोला कि मेरे बेटे ने मुझे ये बोला कि तुमने क्या किया है मेरे साथ कि मैं पबजी नहीं खेल पा रहा हूँ, दैट टाइम ड्यूरिंग कोविड। सो पबजी क्यों नहीं खेल पा रहा हूँ मैं, व्हाई आई एम नॉट एबल टू यूज माई फोन, व्हाट हैव यू डन विथ हीली। द चाइल्ड वाज स्कोरिंग हार्डली 35% आता था उसको, द सेम चाइल्ड इज नाउ स्कोरिंग अबव 75।
Great, that's nice.
So we have got amazing testimony, and I'm sure, and I told you that 14 days are more than enough to see कि कुछ तो चेंज दिखे। देखिए, हर प्रॉब्लम का एक सॉल्यूशन होता है, और हर सॉल्यूशन का एक जेस्टेशन पीरियड होता है। अगर हमें बच्चा भी चाहिए ना, तो इंसान के थ्रू तो 9 महीने वेट करना पड़ता है। अगर जानवर के कोई कुत्ते के थ्रू चाहिए तो 3 महीने में हो जाएगा। तो हर चीज का जेस्टेशन पीरियड होता है, हर प्रोसेस का एक जेस्टेशन पीरियड होता है। बट 2 से 3 दिन में आपको थोड़ा सा फील होने लगता है कि यस, समथिंग इज हैपनिंग, that you will start feeling, and maybe in a week or 2 months or 1 month or 3 months you will start seeing that drastic change. जैसे मेरा लुक चेंज होने में मुझे लगता है कि 1.5 साल लगा। वो आफ्टर 1 year of using Healy, people started telling me that I am looking younger. So that is the best part. So and this is a common testimony for all Healy users who are using regularly. ऐसा नहीं कि जिस दिन दर्द हुआ उसी दिन Healy लगाए, जिस दिन कोई तकलीफ हुआ तभी Healy लगाए। मुझे कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, but I use Healy every day religiously. My mother is using Healy every day religiously. We have 2 Healys at home. क्योंकि हम कभी कभी मेरी माँ मेरे साथ नहीं रहती, तो हमने 2 खरीदा है। By the way, 1 Healy can be used by entire family, right? So thank you so much, Rashmi ji. And who has invited you, ma'am? आपको किसने invite किया?
गोवा से हैं सोनिया जी।
Sonia ji. Okay. Sonia ji is doing awesome. She's in love with Heelys, and I'm sure that she'll help you to get started. Yeah, Javed.
My
Yeah,
friend, she's so this quantum वाला ही उन्होंने किया हुआ है शायद कोर्स, and she is also using Healy. तो उन्होंने ही मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस किया था फर्स्ट Healy से, और उन्होंने मेरे ऊपर ये भी किया था। तो उनके पास 2 हैं, एक 80,000 वाला जो आपका है, that
हाँ, Resonance.
yes, वो उन्होंने कुछ ऑफर
हाँ,
वगैरह था उस टाइम में, तो उन्होंने तब
अब चेंज हो गया। अभी उसका प्राइस बढ़ गया है, पहले 80 था, अभी बढ़ गया है।
अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ, तो उन्होंने ही फर्स्ट
नेक्स्ट मंथ और बढ़ जाएगा, तो आप अभी ग्रैब कर लीजिए, अभी जाने मत दीजिए। लास्ट टाइम यू मिस्ड इट, दिस टाइम डोंट मिस इट, राइट? ओके ओके मैम, मीटिंग यू। आप कहाँ से हैं मैम? वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम?
आई एम फ्रॉम भोपाल सर।
Bhopal. Oh, wow. Bhopal.
Yeah.
This is the power of technology, that we are connected all across India, and I have my team in Hong Kong, UAE. There are people, in USA, in Australia, and I am all doing it on Zoom.
Right.
It has
Great.
transformed life, not only in health wise, it has monetary also. It has completely transformed my life, and there are many people who will watch for it. Right. So अभी हम जावेद जी की तरफ जाते हैं। जावेद जी बहुत देर से हैंड रेस किए हैं। या जावेद सर, प्लीज unmute yourself. Thank you so much, Rashmi ji. Yeah, Javed ji, you can unmute yourself. We have allowed you to unmute.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Javed from Pune.
Yes, Javed sir, बोलिए।
Hello.
हाँ,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
I'm
जी,
working.
आप
I'm working as an acupuncturist healing. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. We can listen. We can hear you.
My question is that I have more than 500 patients where I'm giving a service to them.
Yeah.
So just I have to keep this device to each and every patient, or I have to use one device for whatever number I have.
Oh, that's a very good question. One device can be used by n number of people. The limitation is not the number, it's the time. Because मान लीजिए कोई थेरेपी दे रहे हैं और उसका जैसे अभी प्रज्ञा जी ने बोला कि 76 मिनट का वो नर्व हार्मनी था, तो वो टाइम आपके लिए मैटर करता है। और बेस्ट बात यह है कि मान लीजिए आप एक टाइम पे एक ही आदमी को यू विल बी एबल टू ट्रीट, बट राइट नाउ लेट्स से यू हैव मैग, हीली एंड यू। सो एट वन टाइम यू कैन हील 3 पीपल। एक आप खुद कर रहे हो अपने प्रैक्टिस से, एक आप मैग हीली का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो। दिस मैग हीली इज अ फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट एट योर होम। ये इतना पावरफुल है कि किसी को भी फिजियोथेरेपी 12-12 साल से फ्रोजन शोल्डर जिनको 2 सेशन 3 सेशन में खत्म हो जाता है, ऐसे टेस्टिमोनीज
लेकिन कितना टाइम यूज करना पड़ता है हीलिंग के लिए?
वही मैं बता रहा हूँ कि प्रॉब्लम पे डिपेंड करता है। जैसे अभी रेखा जी ने बोला कि उनको 2 महीने हुए, लेकिन पेन में फर्क नहीं पड़ा, लेकिन बहुत सारे अदर चीजों में फर्क पड़ा, बट पेन में अभी उतना रिजल्ट नहीं आया है। बट ऐसे भी टेस्टिमनीज
हाँ, एक्यूपंक्चर से भी ये पेन निकल जाएगा इनका। साइटिका प्रॉब्लम एक्यूपंक्चर को भी निकल रहा है।
वो शायद वो कर रही होंगी। यहाँ पे देखिए प्रज्ञा जी ने बोला उनके पापा का साइटिका का पेन 20 साल वाला पेन चला गया 3-4 महीने में। बट मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, अगर आप फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट है, आपको ये आपके लिए ये वरदान है, बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग टू रिड्यूस योर टाइम एंड इट विल मल्टीप्लाई योर एफर्ट। जो मान लीजिए कोई चीज आप अपने थेरेपी से 12 दिन में हासिल कर पाते हैं, इसको यूज करेंगे तो 2 या 3 दिन लगेंगे अपने प्रैक्टिस के साथ।
लेकिन एक डिवाइस से मैं 50 पेशेंट को एट अ टाइम because
And
of
one at a time, one at a time.
one at a time only, no?
Yeah,
So
one at a
these
time.
they have to purchase it.
देखिए जैसे कि हमने शुरू में
ये
बताया कि
डिवाइस उनको परचेज करना पड़ेगा।
नहीं आप चाहे तो उनको आप दे दीजिए, रेंट पे दे दीजिए, या तो आप उनसे सेशन का चार्ज ले लीजिए, या तो किसी को रख लीजिए जो जाके उनको थेरेपी दे सके, या मैं मानता हूं कि बेस्ट वो होगा अगर आप उनको ये डिवाइस दे सके, क्योंकि पेन तो सिर्फ एक अलार्म सिस्टम है ना, प्रॉब्लम तो कहीं और है। तो जड़ से खत्म करने के लिए, अगर कोई पेन को जड़ से खत्म करना है, तो उसके लिए हमको एआई का यूज करना होगा। हमें ये पता लगाना होगा कि प्रॉब्लम रूट कहाँ है, उस रूट पे काम करेंगे तब जाके वो प्रॉब्लम परमानेंटली सॉल्व हो जाएगा। तो बेस्ट है कि पावर हम उनके हाथ में दे दें। यस, बेस्ट है कि हम पावर अपने पेशेंट्स के हाथ में दे दें। यस सर।
Using this device, can we generate a report of their
Yes.
element based?
Yes, absolutely. You can generate a report, you can share it on WhatsApp, email, you can get a printout of it from your email. तो ये सब कर सकते हैं सर।
Because I'm working on the element basis only.
हाँ,
मैं 5 element पे काम करता हूँ, मैं दूसरे इस पे नहीं करता हूँ, and then organ basis पे करता हूँ। organ में मुझे pulse diagnosis करके पता चलता है which organ is having excess energy and which is having a low energy.
ओह फैंटास्टिक, यू विल लव इट। ये आपका मेरिडियन एनालिसिस होता है इसमें, और बायोजेटिक एनालिसिस होता है, हार्मनी 1 हार्मनी 2। उसमें तो आपको एकदम डिटेल में बता देगा कौन सा ऑर्गन में क्या चैलेंज है, मतलब कहाँ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड है। वो बहुत बहुत जबरदस्त है, यू विल लव इट सर। आपको किन्होंने बुलाया है जावेद जी? हेलो, या आपका आवाज शायद आप ड्राइव कर रहे हैं इसलिए शायद वो कट रहा है, बट एनीवेज हाँ, सो नो प्रॉब्लम। आई होप कि मैं आपका सवाल का जवाब दे पाया। आप प्लीज यू गेट इन टच विद द पर्सन हु हैज इनवाइटेड यू, वी विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू हेल्प यू।
Yeah.
Thank you so much sir. Anybody else has a question, you can please unmute yourself, raise your hand, or else we can call it a day. I am so happy.
Few questions are there. Like Pramod ji is asking, is Healy device for self-healing or for healing others also? I think it's been answered.
Yeah. Very good question, Pramod ji. I think I have already answered. It is, you can use it for yourself and others also. Yeah. और कोई question है? I think we are done. So thank you so much everybody for being such a wonderful audience, and special thanks to Sandeep ji for organizing such a wonderful community of people who understand energy, frequency, and vibration, and are aligned to universal energies. Let universe do its job. If universe has brought us together here, there must be a reason behind it. Let the reason manifest, and let us help more and more people by creating the magic through healing. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Vikas ji, and wonderful. So happy. So our gratitude for being there, for being patient in helping everyone through their questions, through their understanding. And as there is a question by Tanviji, will we have a personal session for this? Please do check out the person who has invited you. Certainly, if needed, if you require such a direct interaction for certain more clarity, we would love to spend that time. And please do check in with the person who has brought or who has invited you. As we are talking about this ecosystem, we are helping others to also grow. So that's how we have, some people are there who have invited you, and they will be your help, and they'll be supporting you through the process as you get on to healing, as you get on to more modalities of healing. So that's how we are expanding our community and also helping a larger audience through this. So thank you very much. Thanks everyone for, we have crossed almost like 2 hours. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you everyone for being part of this, and may God bless all of us. Let's connect. Let's change the world. May God bless the entire world, every creation, to be happy and abundant. With that prayer, with that thought, with that wish, let's conclude the session and look forward to more interaction with you.